Hello everyone and welcome to Anekwe TV. On this channel, I help secondary school students understand the English language very well, and I'm Chisom. So in today's video, we'll be talking about how to write a formal letter. Most students know what to write when it comes to letter writing, but they don't know how to put it together. They don't know the correct format on how to write this type of letter. So in this video, I'll be telling you everything you need to know when it comes to a formal letter. First, we have to start from the known to the unknown. What is a formal letter? A formal letter is the type of letter that you write to someone in an official position. This person, you don't know this person. It's not like the previous letter writing that we talked about. That is the informal letter. In this type of letter, you can go to my previous video to watch that. In this type of letter, you are writing to someone that you don't know. This person is an official person. It can be your vice principal, it can be your principal, it can be a government worker, a banker, your vice chancellor. It can be anybody, but this person is not not somebody you are conversant with. In this video, I'll be teaching you the correct format on how to write this type of letter. Let's dive into the video. The first thing you should know when it comes to writing a formal letter is that you need two addresses. First is the sender's address, which is your own address, then the receiver's address, which is the person you are writing to, the address of the person. Your own address should be on the top right hand side of your script, while the sender's address, the person you're writing the letter to, should be on the left hand side of your letter. And this comes after you've already written your own address. You can give a line space before writing the sender's address. Next is the salutation. How do you greet this person? Because you are not conversant with this person, so how do you greet this person? You can use dear ma when you know the person's official title. If you know the person's official title or the position this person holds, if this person is said to be a banker, you can write dear sir. You can address the person as dear sir, dear madam, with a comma. But if it's someone you don't know his or her official title, you can use dear Mr. Okoye, dear Mrs. Ijoma, with a comma. Next to the third thing you need to know in this type of letter, the title. Yes, this title should be very precise, to be brief and precise. It is advised that you have a very good title, because it is this title that will make the person to know what you are writing or what you are about to say in the body of your letter. And you know that this person you're writing this letter to is an official person. So you should be very precise, brief, and very clear, so that the person can actually glance through your letter and move over to his or her official duties. Do you get me? So after that, we have the body of the letter. In this body of the letter, you are trying to tell the person everything you want to say. In as much as you've written your title, the body of the letter should be elaborate, but also in a polite manner, because you are not conversant with this person. You just know that this person holds this position, so you're writing with regards. For an example, if you're writing a student writing for the position of a head girl, your title can be application for the position of a head girl in so school. Then the body of the letter will contain why you want to be the head girl of the school. Again, when writing, make sure that each of your paragraphs have a very unique idea, a unique idea for each paragraph, a unique idea for each paragraph. This will make your work to be well organized. And remember that in as much as you are not conversant with this person, you should still try to make your work to be very organized and well expressive. Yes, you should be very expressive in your words, in as much as you are not conversant with this person. But when expressing yourself in this type of letter, you should be very polite, because you don't know how the person might react to the words you use. And again, please avoid slangs in this type of letter. Yes, in our previous video, I talked about informal letter and why and how you would or most likely be allowed to use a slang. That is because you are conversant with that person, you know the person. But this type of later, you don't know this person you're writing the letter to. You just know the person has an office or something like that. The person holds this position, so you don't know the person one on one. Can be very polite in this type of letter, straightforward and precise. Just a brief, just go straight to the point, because this person does not have the whole time in the world to read your letter word for word. Do you get me? So you're trying to make this person or convince this person or try to give this person the reason or the need to actually go through your letter. So your letter should be well organized by paragraphs. In conclusion, when writing your conclusion, your last paragraph should end your letter. When writing that, you can say, I'm hopeful that my request will be granted, or I'll be looking forward to getting a feedback from you. I'll be glad if my request is granted. I'll be glad if I am being called for this job for someone looking for a job opportunity. Please avoid abbreviations. Yes, avoid abbreviations in this type of letter because it will cost you your mark. Avoid abbreviations, and note that when you are being scored, you are scored first based on the content of your letter, the organization of your letter, how organized your letter is, how expressive you were in the course of writing the letter, and your mechanical errors. So try as much as possible to use simple English words that the person will not find it ambiguous, and the person does not need to bring a dictionary or use a Google before understanding what your words mean. So let your English words be precise and straight to the point. Lastly, how do you close the whole letter? I've talked about closing your letter, that is ending the paragraphs, which is your conclusion. But how do you close the whole letter? If you wrote Dema or Desa in the salutation of this letter, you are advised to use yours faithfully. But if you wrote dear Mr. Okoye, dear Mrs. Ijoma with a comma, you are expected to end with yours sincerely. And again, you are expected to put in your signature. Most of us forget to write signature and our names when it comes to this type of letter. With these points or with these tips I have given you now, I hope that when next you are writing your informal letter, you won't make mistakes. And lastly, please proofread your works. Make sure you proofread your works. Go through your works again and again and again to avoid these mechanical errors because they will cost you your marks. So make sure that where your eyes are supposed to be dotted, you did, you crossed your T's, your commas, your full stops, all your punctuation marks, you are expected to make use of them where you are expected to, not where comma is supposed to be, you are putting full stop. Please, I hope you find these tips helpful, and please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.